Thank you so much. House Chair, the ACDP does share concerns about the delay in the finalization of this bill, but we are grateful that this constitutional issue has now been resolved. Now, the report deals with the very interesting interaction of powers and functions of the three levels of government: local, provincial, and national. And as other speakers have indicated, the President found and expressed reservations about the constitutionality of Section 11(6) of the National Land Transport Amendment Bill. In his view, he believed it was inconsistent with the Constitution and the principle that national and provincial governments are not permitted via legislation to assume the local government functions for themselves. Now, bear in mind that Parliament passed this bill prior to this, and that the state law advisors had certified that the bill was in fact constitutional, and Parliament was of the view that it was constitutional. So it is good that there is a further check and balance when the presidency also looks into constitutionality of bills, and in this case believed it was unconstitutional and referred it back to Parliament. But it does raise questions about the state law advisors' certification of bills being in compliance with the Constitution. To allay the concerns, Parliament suggested that the bill be amended to make the national powers subject to the contracts having to be concluded in agreement with the relevant provinces and municipalities, and this is set out in the report. And if the parties cannot agree, the Intergovernmental Relations Framework Act should be applied. And if the matter is still not resolved, the national spheres of department should be able to proceed to ensure adequate public transport to users. So this amendment, the ACDP clearly supports bringing this bill into line with the Constitution. However, there are far more other aspects that could have been addressed in this bill, such as the road to rail aspects, the protection of road surfaces, and of course, road safety, as indicated by other speakers. But given the fact that the constitutionality of this bill has now been addressed both by the President and by Parliament, the ACDP will support this bill. I thank you.
Thank you.